Hello everyone, tonight we're going to be doing some more Crusader Kings III, continuing where we left off as King of, let's see, Petty King of Munster. Last time we completed the tutorial, so now we're sort of on our way to uniting with Kingdom of Ireland. Since the game was so game's still a little laggy. So which has turned down a lot of the. I've got the quality preset on low. Still continues to lag a little. I mean, it ran decently well last time. Maybe I should have 4 times texture filtering. So this terrain is looking pretty rough. Right, so you can change Earl Donald's contract. You get 2 family members that can get married. So we currently are not at war with anyone. We've still got all of this whole area to unite under the banner of Munster. That's interesting. Then cultural fascination. The cultural head is fascinated by this innovation boosting its progress. The cultural head can, and at any time, choose to be fascinated by another innovation. Interesting. They're apparently the cultural head because they have the most Irish counties in my realm. Tribal, early medieval, high medieval, and late medieval. Well, high medieval has not yet been. The high medieval era has not yet been reached by the Irish. Have not discovered at least 50% of the innovations of the early medieval era. So we already got this, and this. The current fascination is battlements, which is expected to be discovered in about 42 years. Unlocks all early medieval era fortification buildings. Unlocks fortification and rights fuel contract. Minute arms maintenance minus 5%. So I'll just keep that as it is as right now. So I believe we've already taken over everything that we have a claim on currently. Let's see. Yeah, I have 1 claim on King of Ireland. Oh, we've actually got that means that we've actually got claim on everything that's a de jure part. Nope. Guess that's just how CK2 does it. So they've changed that in this game. Seems so. I believe that means that we need to scheme. Perhaps we need to scheme to get a claim. It's been a few days since last played, so we can petition Pope Alexander II to give us a claim on a title in exchange for piety. Maybe not that. See what decisions we can do. Found Holy Order, consecrate a bloodline, strengthen bloodline, found a new kingdom. As well as invite knights, invite claimants, revoke false conversion, and you go on a pilgrimage, host feast. Hell hunt, search for a physician. I think, yeah. Use your bishop to make claims now. Heresy, Bogomils in Barcelona. Duke Raymond Berenguer of Barcelona has announced to the world that he and his vassals have converted to Bogomilism. Having become disillusioned with the teachings of the Catholic priests and nobles of Barcelona, no longer consider the clergy to be righteous and true. As Bogomils, they believe their new faith properly aligns with the will of God, and they are distancing themselves from their former religious institutions. So, Bogomilism, organized Christian faith, we consider them hostile, they consider us hostile. 100% know how to faith. Liking their spiritual leaders from amongst the general populace, Bogomils reject all worldly trappings and institutions of power, advocating instead for a return to the earlier methods of spiritual teaching practiced by Christ and his disciples. So we've got the options of what twisted mockery of our faith is that, and you know, they do have some good points. Which brings, which has us convert to Bogomilism. I think I'd want to learn a bit more about like the mechanical side of it. see other faiths, Bogomism. They have Gnosticism, considers other Gnostic faiths to be righteous instead of hostile or evil. Giving away titles relieves a proportional amount of stress, makes it temporary virtue. No makes gluttonous a sin. Then the Stewardship -2, all Bogomils, Stewardship -2, Learning +2. Mendicant Preachers, conversion speed +33. Characters of this faith gain an additional bonus upon the completion of a pilgrimage. Makes temporary virtue, makes gluttonous a sin. Other missionaries joyful fight. Not affirmed by with nothing but the clothes they wear on their back. They love out the generosity of those they visit and show the knowledge of the true faith in return. And pacifism cannot declare holy wars or raid. Need opinion of other pacifists +10. Rulers of peace for or at least 2 years will have their piety changed by one each month. Makes calm a virtue, and it makes wrathful a sin. So their virtues are chaste, temperate, calm, compassionate, and forgiving, and their sins are vengeful, sadistic, wrathful, gluttonous, and lustful. They have equal gender laws. They're righteous, and they have lay clergy. Secure directly control their own temple holdings, get all associated benefits. Marriage type monogamous, divorce must be approved. Consanguinity, avunculate marriage. Marriage between cousins, aunts and nephews, and uncles, nieces is allowed. Sexual relations between cousins, aunts, nephews, and uncles, nieces will not give the incest secret. Bastards can be legitimized. Same-sex relations are shunned. Deviancy is criminal. Male adultery is shunned. And female adultery is criminal. Witchcraft is criminal. Kinslaying among close kin is criminal. Clerical gender can be either. Clerical appointment is spiritual and for life. You alms and pacification, all Bogomlet, less clergy, domain taxes -5, 8%, popular opinion +10%, clerical marriage is disallowed, and the special doctrine, well, I think that's just something that any Christian faith can do. I think I'll just stick with Catholicism for right now. I mean, most of the Pokemon are in like Iberia, so well, I mean that could have an effect on us anyway because we've got allies over there. Cardigan. Oh, looks like Looks like the Welsh are invading. We're declared. Your rings pay king of monster, such impudence for your to feign being an equal sovereign when I'm so clearly he's superior to you. I shall crush your pathetic armies on the battlefield and force you to kneel before me. Scoto monster, or vassalization war. Well, alright then. So apparently the Scots went us be their vassal now. So we better raise the armies. And call in our one ally. Greetings, Pay King, Ingmar Cat of Munster. Of course I shall. I'll join in this war. Our foes shall learn to fear the men of his cat. Hiya. Right, so might as well just like head towards Ulster, since that's where they're gonna try and attack from, most likely. So they can just head over here, or via one of these straits, and then they don't have to go by a ship. Ooh, things are already not looking great. Like I can already tell this is not going to go great. Seeing as how we're heavily outnumbered. But hey, this guy is sending some reinforcements. But it's too little too late. It's like we may need mercenaries, but at the same time we don't really have the money to sustain mercenaries. After all, we're only getting 0.2 gold a month right now. Pay king or peasant, and high or low does not matter. In the end, we are all mortals. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. You seem to be under the weather, my lord. I know for a number of suitable remedies. Jaeger brought out a croaking bucket into my chambers and told me to expose my upper body. He grabbed a toad, guided it with deft hands, and proceeded to place a still twitching carcass on my chest. He continued with the bucket until the bucket was empty and my torso was covered. The toad treatment turned out to be just what I needed. For now, now the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seems a little brighter. Just send our troops over here so that we can be sure that our few allied troops are close by. Oh hey, we can get a new martial perk. Let's go for that. We can get more damage from our troops, and that'll be real good right now. Well, that might be too little too late at this point, since we're already at negative 41%. Strategical impasse. I'm sitting around the map table with Earl Domhnall and Mayor Douglas. As discussing our strategy for the ongoing war, Domhnall eagerly points out all the prime targets we should immediately start converting parties to pillage. But Douglas sits back and patiently advocates for us to secure critical locations and wait for the enemy to come to us instead. It's my right to decide our ultimate course of action. See. Ooh, I can just employ both strategies apparently, because I've got a good marshal. Gain improved pillaging and improved defense. Now, Oriel is also declaring war on us. Their military strength is vastly superior to ours. Greetings, Peking, King Murkaz Monster. Your blessings upon you and your house. Your occupation of the lands which rightfully belong to me cannot no longer be tolerated. It is time that I see them return to my possession. I've trawled through documents both ancient and of less certain provenance. I finally have enough material to make the case that you are the rightful lord of the earldom of Connacht. Indeed, I could even argue you are the rightful lord of the petty kingdom of Connacht. Now's not really the time to be concerned with that. I've got two other wars going on right now. Alright. We've at least gotten it down to 8% from 41. After my army sets up camp, I hear a commotion coming from my night's lodgings. Investigating the disturbance, I find in Malachi, I and Mir Mirkotak in the middle of a heated argument, while several onlookers edge them on. I can deliver speech without unity to the crowd, have them whipped for their delinquency, or sound this as I'm going to my tent and stuffing my ears. Not sure. Resolution. I get up and deliver a speech about how we are all fighting the kingdom of Monster and how we must stand united against our foes. For if we don't, there are many outsiders who would take advantage of our internal squabbles to seize our lands and impose a rule on us. Looking abashed at Malachi and Mirkotat, I could apologize and get ready to settle in for the night. We gained martial lifestyle experience for that. Now let's try and just shut down this war with Oriel as quickly as possible. But that's why that's why they've got a better military than we do, because they've got whales backing them up. We've got Gwynedd, I mean. As I woke this morning, I even saw the rays of sunshine flying through my window. It took me a moment to realize I had slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. But it's just lovely. They were somehow, for a little while, they were somehow winning the war with Scotland. We can't control on Thomond. Personal cannon control is going to be low there because it's not under control at all. Oh, basically. I mean, we can do something about Oriel while all their friends from Gwynedd are distracted. Yeah, we're not winning this war. We're at negative 84%. We are not winning this war with Scotland, that's for sure. Oh, and it looks like they may basically win. The Scots may win another war for us. you know, they'll benefit a lot more if they can keep. They'll benefit a lot more from winning their war if they can keep us from losing any of our territory. Because the less we lose, the more they gain. Yep. To my vassal, may your humors run your living body. This war has gone on for too long. I'm glad to put an end to it. I accept your surrender. You become a vassal of King Malcolm III. You spent 150 prestige. Your allies gain 350 prestige based on their contribution. Well, it's, yeah, fame. Well, is prestige. Malcolm III of Scotland gained 150 fame. Allies shared 350 based on their contribution. Increases the opinion of his allies based on their contribution. Oh, now we're no longer in the War of the Oriole. Now we're in Norman Conquest of England and Orleans. Oh wait, now we are involved in the War of the Oriole. Just as Scotland took over it for us. Which looks to me like Normans have more or less succeeded in conquering England, given that, you know, this whole chunk of the British Isles is part of Norway. Hey, maybe we can at least get, you know, a good contract. As long as their title don't be revoked or anything, then we should be all right. Yeah, the Scouts are able to just basically win that war for us. Hey, I guess there are some benefits being a vassal. See, sure. Get that shit. Perk. Council invitation to my vassal. As an influential duke, it is only fair that you have a voice on my council. In recognition of this fact, I hereby offer you the position of Spy Master of Scotland. Okay, admittedly I would be better as Marshal, but sure. We'll disband our army since we're no longer at war. Hey, now I've got a vote in Scotland's council. Like, we totally could, like, sets are way better than this guy. All is fair, many treatises have been written on honorable conduct in war, but those authors' lives went on the line when they put pen to paper. I know from experience the best way to defeat my enemies is to ensure we only engage in battle on my terms. The question is, what terms would be most advantageous? I'll trick my enemies into overextending. Hit and run tactics will wear my foes down, or I will not stoop to fighting dirty. I'm going to go for practicing hit and run tactics. Maybe we can still work towards getting all the counties. Provided that we can declare war as independent and of a ruler. Peasant uprising. That doesn't seem to be much. That doesn't really seem to be our problem. Just gonna call in our ally. And starting on conquering this next part of Ireland. I think we've got to go here to actually start a siege. The end of peace. Mayor Murdolcus has attempted to improve my reputation. My incompetent chancellor has agreed to a treaty that cancels out parts of my old treaty with King Malcolm of Scotland. The way the king sees it, he is free to declare war on me as he might wish. I mean, he's my overlord now, so I'm not sure what wars he'd be declaring on me anyway. 22%. Wounded, my injured knight. My knight named Mirkatat has been wounded. His flesh has contracted foulness and swelling. If the right capture is administered and Jesus is merciful, he should make it. There's nothing that can be done. Oh well. Guess he's gonna die. Earl Murda has passed away. You can no longer sway him. And we need a new chancellor. Oh, it's actually, we need a new marshal. Right, this guy's a powerful vassal, so let's just stick him in there. He's a powerful vassal, and he's got... Oh, he's actually kind of horrible at marshal. Your glory is widely known. We've become distinguished. We have not unlocked any. We're cleared on liege. King Malcolm is being attacked by King Harold the Fourth. Well, sucks for them, I guess. Unless I'm pissy, he was my own thing. Okay. I'm having trouble getting my troops to actually siege anything. There we go. Now they're actually sieging this county. He's gotta wait for that to finish. Oh, it looks like the Scots are actually winning their war with Norway, at least currently. Now they're not. Now they're at negative 1%. through her downcast lashes, as the eyes meet, as my eyes keep me to Countess Earthflight needs it for what feels like the 20th time tonight. I know I'm not imagining things, even from the other end of the table. Her gaze feels as intense as the midday sun. She wants me, and I cannot lie. I want her to, or is punishing her husband, Earl Tad, like what I truly desire. Does it even matter? Or not? Sure. Afterwards, Judith made false to the mattress with a thump, her breath ragged and her eyes half closed. Languorously, I wiped the sweat off her chest with gentle fingers. Merely a moment later, Earthwood pushes my hand away with an apologetic smile. It is nearly morning. I better leave. So, either indeed you better hurry. He appreciates my casualness, gains 15 opinion of me, or expects something more, gains and loses 10 opinion of me. Not sure. She has become my lover. My spouse is apparently in prison somewhere. Right, enforce demands. And disband my troops because I don't really care about this war over here. Yeah, I didn't exactly want to be a vassal of Scotland. And they just kind of overwhelmingly invaded me. See, increase opinion. Believes each King Malcolm has a low opinion of you, increasing with a personal scheme he will make your life easier. I'll at least wait and see how this War of Norway goes. Let's see. Send out the bishop to to work on another claim. You know. No, depending on how that's just the jure war for the Earldom of Cumberland, so probably not gonna affect my vassal status at all. So right now, mostly just waiting for things to happen. So death do us part. My dear Debbie, I might not have left you yet, but I feel you're passing more acutely than I ever thought possible. You're always there, my constant companion. I think you would perish as a prisoner of King Malcolm. Things are so... There are so many things I left unsaid. I hope you find peace, Debbie. So that's where she was imprisoned. Unfortunately, I can't marry my lover because she's already married. So... go with the first one on the list, I guess. Estefania is of Navarra. Last one with King Anso gets it as of Navarra. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. You will be joined with my niece Estefania in holy matrimony. May God grant you long life and many children. You might be able to leverage that, especially if we help them take the Emirate of Aragon. Let's raise our armies. And send them off to Iberia, I guess. You think things are not going great? Hey, that's for sure. Well, wait, now that's somebody else's war. Or from the looks of it, the Navarre's claim on the Emirate of Aragon is actually going pretty well, as it's currently at plus 32. Camp dispute. After my army sets up camp, I hear commotion coming from my night's lodgings. Investigating the disturbance, I find Guillermo and Earl this guy. This is the second time he started an argument. In the middle of a heated argument, while also rolling lookers at Shaman. Successfully delivered a speech by unity. And everything's alright. I guess this is Aragon. This is the realm that controls Aragon, the Emirate of Toledo and all and everything. This is before the Reconquista, I guess. Before or possibly during. What's your problem, France? Like, what? Why are you doing this? Unless I check your Really? You're helping these people? Really, France? I'm surprised this war is going as well as it is, given that France is apparently helping the enemy. Something like that, because, like... No, I have no idea what that was. Because... I think they might... Oh no... It looks like they've been absorbed. Looks like the Emir of Aragon has been absorbed into a larger kingdom as well. Greetings, Duke Murkov Monster. I've powerful documents, blah 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 blah. Right, so we've got another claim we can press once this war is over. I have no idea what's going on at this point. Okay, these are the counties we need to go after, I guess. But they're like also at war with France or something. Well, actually, this is what we need to be going after. Is right over here in Aragon. That's where things like their capital are. Negative 27 and war score and ticking down. We may be able to join war. Really, King Philip? Really? Like, what? Why are you defending these people? Well, I mean... Doesn't look like the French are actually doing a whole lot to support them. The King Sancho's son and an heir Sancho hostage during the siege of Alta Aragon. So I managed to actually be a very big contributor to that victory. Scantus Earthflight's belly, he grows. There can be no doubt. She is with child. She has said nothing, but could this be the result of our carnal relations? Either confront her about the child or not act on my suspicions. Yet technically she's a criminal now. Because, like, if it becomes known that I did this, I'll only be shunned. But she's a criminal for it. Of course, there's yours more cat. I worry that someone will have hurt her, but that we remain alone with the silence. Good it is too, for I suddenly have a lot to think about. The two of us, a child. This is joyous news and must be shared. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with the option that's not going to get me shunned. Hey, now that Navarra has Aragon on, we've got a more powerful ally. I need to call into our wars. Including maybe one day a war to break free from Scottish control. Right. We've got 2 allies. Means they have 0, so particularly provided that our allies join in. Murky lineage. Of course, celebrating the birth Candace Earthlet court is celebrating the birth of her child, seemingly unaware of the truth that the child resting in her arms is not truly Earl Tag's, but is mine. If only they knew. We learned of Candace Beelfield's disputed heritage secret. So we've got 2 allies we can call to war. Because we can call both Vizcaya and Navarra in. In addition to raising our own army. Which honestly, bringing our allies in is probably heavy-handed at this point. Since we seem to have them pretty well outnumbered with just our own armies, but this way we can be sure that we'll pretty much get guaranteed victory. The liege lost their war with King Magnus II. Perhaps this is a good time to actually try and become independent of Scotland. After all, I mean, we've got quite a few allies, so as long as we can bring them in, then we should be able to do pretty well. And Scotland's bound to have been a little hurt by that loss against Norway. We need a new steward. This guy's got good stewardship, so like our allies alone bring about 2,000 troops. Right. Enforce domains. Disband all. Yeah, let's see if I can. Declare an independence war. They have one ally, Duke William of Normandy. Let's just try it. See how things go. Just pause real quick while I call in my allies. Which if either of them don't show up, I'm probably not gonna be able to actually win this. So let's hope they both... Okay, this guy is coming. And Navarra. Alright. You should be all set. And now it's just a matter of getting it done. Particularly not losing too many troops before our allies from Iberia can arrive. So just wait to start any attacks on the two new stacks of enemy troops until all the allied ships arrive. Come on. Hey guys, you joined my war, so you kind of need to actually do something. Because I'm kind of extremely overwhelmed over here by myself. So if you guys could maybe send some troops my way, that would be great. Oh, they're just landing over here instead. Okay. Guess we'll just send troops that way. They opted for a more direct attack. Which I mean, If we can take their capital, then we should get pretty good progress going. On actually defeating our enemies. He's in regaining our independence. We've got 3,200 troops in their capital now, and we have taken their capital. At least I think that's it. Their capital, maybe not. And get sappers. Since I just need one more. I can get the strategist trait once I get one more perk. Of course, since they're occupying our holdings back home, they're also gaining war score from that. And in fact, we're at negative 21% now because they were able to take the capital. Yeah, if we can all we need is to get central proposal. Whenever I go, my daughter-in-law, Mencia, is sure to follow. That look in her eyes, the words on her lips. I know what she is after. I will keep her close, very close. A distraction for the night, but nothing more. How sweet, but no. Never the word no for perverted nature. Or I tire of these games, leave me alone, all of you. You're not sure. I've already done it once with this other guy's wife, so I mean she's my daughter-in-law, so no blood relation. A shiver of anticipation finds its way of my smut mind as a knock resounds through the stillness of my chambers. Could it be her? I am greeted by Mencia, smiling dashingly. He lust plain on her face at last, as her arms envelop me, the fire over my chest bursts into flames, and the rest of the night is spent in a warm and fiery haze. The unlanded sure knows how to please a man. And like, right, 0% currently. You just gotta actually gain war score. %. Of course, they've almost completed a siege on one of my counties, so that's probably about to dip into the negatives. I mean, we've got 2 ongoing sieges. I took King Malcolm's grandson, Constantine, hostage during the siege of Stirling. So I've got his grandson. So like sure he's got some of my counties, but I've got some of his counties and his grandson. And now it looks like they're coming to try and, and attack our armies directly. So to make sure that we've got sort of a unified front, I'm gonna send my troops over to this siege over here. Things are probably not gonna go great, seeing as how we're still outnumbered. They're quite heavily. Actually, we might have a chance. They're only outnumbering us by about 1,000. I'm proud to see my daughter is no longer, or as a child. I'm proud to see my daughter no longer as a child, but as an adult. Sufficient to allege even a child that has displayed little natural inclination towards careful planning such as both them can come to truly understand it and its uses. Now it is hard to say, however. Everything that is tasked of her was done by others before she gets to it, and she never tells pretty lies in the way she used to. Perhaps she was not as clever as she seemed after all. She is an elusive shadow. She's excelled as a master of intrigue, and the trap of secrecy around her is second to none, so... Things are not looking great. Yeah, we're losing this battle. Let's just play both of those strategies. Hey, this just means it's time to head back home and to deal with some of these occupations. Currently we can get a white piece, but that's not what I'm after. The Great Duelist. My Chancellor Mayor Olgus has arrived at court with a bandaged arm and fear in his eyes. He tells me that my son and heir Brian has been challenging people to duels all over Venus. People, please forgive me, my lord, but this has to stop. Brian has turned it with my doorstep and challenged me. I had no choice but to accept. This is not the first time either. I am but the last in a long line of victims. A dangerous pastime, you need an instructor. Right, so 14 months before the siege against the occupation and then our capital is complete. Not sure my son can be the new marshal. Well, it looks like our allies are running into a bit of trouble. All over there. I mean, hey, as long as things don't slip too far into the negative, and we're already down to about negative 25%. They would come over here, then maybe they could. Ooh, Danish de jure war for the county of Stade. The Danes want to come in. The Danes want to get my liege involved in another war. That would be great. The Emperor Heinrich of the Holy Roman Empire, but Scotland is involved in the war, which means they may very well send some of their troops off to fight the Danes instead. Instead of fighting me. Could be exactly the opportunity I need to actually make some good progress in this war. Legitimately, nothing else. As our allies are doing a good job of being a distraction. My troops work on regaining full control of her territory. It doesn't look like this war is gonna do a whole lot to distract our enemies at all. Although the Holy Roman Empire is losing now, so maybe that will encourage the duelist returns. Brian has returned from his adventure as a stronger man. While he has lost a few duels and angered some of more of my vassals, he has also has fair share of victories and gained valuable experience. Now it might be time to appease Mayor Leonid. Brian could have been gentler with him. I've gained another perk of the martial lifestyle. So now I'm a strategist. And it looks like they're coming over here now. Because both of our allied regiments are down to just one troop each. So things are not going great. Gained a new level of devotion. But my troops are also about to get stomped into the ground. And I need new spy master. My nephew can be the new spy master since he's got the best there's an intrigue skill in the realm. I think I've pretty much lost this at this point. Hey, that just means I'll have to try again and later. But you can at least send some troops off to Scotland to do something. Like, well, we were only able to reduce the enemy armies down by about 1,000, which is not even that much. Looks to be more like a few hundred. You know, again, guess there's always next time. As long as I've got this title. There's only 5 months left. There's only 4 months left. So looks like they're gonna. Ooh, looks like we've got reinforcements coming in. The army of Pamplona. So maybe this isn't a lost cause after all. We're gonna siege down our capital before we siege down theirs. From the looks of it, but just like a few days. Well, I mean, we did just get reinforced over here. both pretty much completed at the same time. we're we're back to positive, so maybe we can make something work from this. That was a very close battle. I mean, we're at we're plus 19. We're in like the negative 50s. Conley, he's come of age. The longest time I was hoping that a good tutelage would be enough to teach Connery the intricacies of warfare. I was naive. He has developed a basic understanding of the subject. Yeah. Some prowess in martial matters, but still has a lot to learn. Yeah, maybe we can make something work. Especially since okay, I think that's part of it. I think that's maybe part of Scotland. So, yeah, I think that's just one of their vassals. But hey, we're at plus 28. Of course, you've got to. Okay, so it looks like. So it has to. Well, except if total is positive. So we need 62 more war score. Or effectively. Because we need more points. Means for her acceptance as of our demands. It's currently at negative 58, so 59 more war score, and we'll be able to enforce demands. Like, the more we can drag this war out, the more war score we'll be able to actually gain. And immediately, my troops are getting just completely stomped. And I have been imprisoned. Well, that's it for that. Because we're now negative 100. But hey, I was freed. So at least he didn't choose to execute me or something. Spend my time separated from all the ones I love is a cruel punishment. I thought it was release, but I guess not. Spend my time separated from all the ones I love is a cruel punishment. I find myself seeking out any source of comfort or companionship I can find, but they are few. The only thing that gets me through the long days is my connection to Margaret, which is my granddaughter. She is my one source of friendship. Could have sworn I had been released, but apparently not. Escape from prison. Sure, I'll attempt to escape from prison. No powers will hold me. My fellow prisoner. Really? Really, Margaret? Wait, no. My fellow prisoner, Margaret, and I have spent many nights planning our escape. As I make a ruckus, she stands ready by the door. The guard opens the door and I smile. Now Margaret will attack from behind and that's the door. We're closing behind the guard. Margaret disappears into the night and challenges all guards converge on me. Really, Margaret? Really, Margaret? Way to let your grandpa down. Oh, and I no longer have any allies either. As Sky is no longer a free realm, and the King of Navarra has died. Charles Ransom out of the light. King Malcolm has had me thrown into the dungeons, like right here in the dank tunnels of his castle. He is worse than the rats scurrying down here. I'm dying. You are at death's doorstep. If you have an heir, you will continue playing as them. Your vassals will not be as loyal to them. Therefore, it is a good idea not to not spend too much gold as you can afford. So you can afford mercenaries or gifts. You have died. Duke Murkad of Munster rests in the arms of the Lord at 61 years of age. He died from his wounds. Known to be an exceptional strategist, he spent many of his days examining fields and drilling his troops. Duke Burton, high in the sense of the throne, a generous man, many hope that his good heart will not lead him to empty the realm's coffers on futile causes. So, Duke Brain, and the second, and Mac Murkad, head of Munster, is a tough soldier, disfigured, and a legendary blade master. That's why he wears a mask, is because he's disfigured. He's got 7 diplomacy, which is poor. 11 in martial, which is average. Stewardship of 10, which is also average. 5 intrigue, which is poor. And 4 learning, which is terrible. gets plus 20% martial lifestyle experience. So might as well go for the martial lifestyle. She's already got most of the overseer. Her tree he unlocked. So, you know what? I'm gonna go with the authority focus. Since, I mean, I just need one more perk and I'll be able to get the overseer trait. Need martial +2, stewardship +2, control growth factor plus 50% a month. And I'm also gaining a fair bit of dread. And now, natural dread plus 15, base 0, serve the crown plus 15, monthly change plus 0.5, below natural dread plus 0.5. But now, dread gain plus 20%. Since it's about 2 a.m., I think I'm probably gonna wrap this up soon. Yeah, this seems like a decent stopping point, so thank you to everyone who stopped by. Next CK3 stream will be Saturday after next Saturday, although next Saturday it will be Crusader Kings II. And next stream in general will be me on Tuesday night with viewer's choice. So I'm gonna find somebody to host who's live with the CK3. And rate them. It's still a fairly new game, so should be plenty of people live with it. Right, found somebody to raid.